Okay, in this video, we're going to cover the Blue Letter Bible, which honestly is one of my favorite resources now because there's so much included in the free version. If you don't want to download software to your computer, what we're about to look at is a completely online set of tools that is very rich and has a great deal of information on it. So I'm going to type the Blue Letter Bible just in spaces and hit enter, and you're going to see BlueLetterBible.org show up here. I'm going to click on that, and now we are in a web page of the Blue Letter Bible. There's a lot here already, and I encourage you to spend some time looking at all the resources these folks have provided. It's just incredible. It's a blessing. But for this particular demonstration, we're going to use their Blue Letter Bible application, and I'm going to select the NIV. Now, if you saw the other video, the BibleSoft software that we talked about earlier that would be installed on your PC, you would have to pay extra for the NIV version. In this case, it's all here and it's all online and there's no installation required. So I'm going to click NIV, and then I'm going to type 1 Corinthians, and my autofill gave me an option here. I'm going to use that, and when I click search, I am now in the NIV where I can change from one version to another, but there's no need because I'm going to show you that the translations are all together on one particular portion of the screen. So we are looking at the NIV of Corinthians, and lots of stuff happening over on the right. These are not related to this. So if I start to search over here, it will take me to different applications. But like I said, there's a lot already free provided by this, but we're going to stick with 1 Corinthians here on the left-hand pane. And we looked at verse 5 in the Greek in the other video. So I'm going to use verse 5 again, and I'm just going to hover over the tools. Now, again, this is all free. There's an interlinear, there's Bibles, there's cross-reference, commentaries, dictionaries, and miscellaneous. I'm going to start by looking at the interlinear. Because I did this over verse 5, it has verse 5 laid out here. And remember, there was a phrase, "you were enriched," that in the other video we looked at. And in this case, it's going to give you that same Strong's number, but what it also does is give you this.
Strong's G 4148, Plutizo.
And I don't know if that's going to play on the video recording, but what it was the word. It referenced Strong's 4148, and then it gave the pronunciation, which is really helpful for a hayseed like me, because those are big, long words, and I can't always say them the way I thought they should be pronounced. So I can listen to
G
this.
4148,
Strong's G. Plutizo. Now, there's no way I'm going to remember all those shapes, but very valuable information for me when I'm thinking about, is it a different word? Where else is that word used? When I click on the Strong's, it will give me a detailed look at the Strong's interpretation of where is this at. Here's Thayer's Greek lexicon. It just has an overwhelming set of information, all, again, free. So at the point where I was, I'm going to go back here now. If I hover over Bibles, here's all the translations, and that way I can read this particular verse in all these translations without having to go anywhere else. This is super powerful in study. Cross-references. In every, in all, and in were some phrases that are identified as valued here. It's given me where else were those used and in what impact. I can scroll down and I can see the end in is there, in all, in every. But in addition to that, it has commentaries. So if I want to just audio or video, I can click on this. Chuck Smith, he does an overview of 1 Corinthians 1 and 2. There's some different pastors here. J. Vernon McGee, I just love him. What a saint. If I click on that, I can listen to and stream 1 Corinthians.
Now we open with the salutation and thanksgiving.
Nothing like his voice. I love that guy. So you've got text commentaries, you've got video and audio, you have sermon messages from some heavy hitters, John MacArthur, right? Under dictionaries, reference works for 1 Corinthians 1:5. There's all the different dictionaries that are available. And again, all of these are free and available through the app. Under the miscellaneous tab, I have found some interesting things. One that's missing from here is there's no related music for this particular verse, but there's a really good musical reference Bible or reference to different books and versions of the Bible. Some interesting word cloud kind of graphics here that I find myself using sometimes in training or testing materials for the development of our curriculum. So there is just a bunch of information in this Blue Letter Bible product. It does not have the full Strong's version. That's why it's got that red circle. That is a paid feature, but it will give you the Strong's number if you have a manual Strong's dictionary or document concordance. You can look it up that way. Lots of different possibilities here. Just a very powerful product.